Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Crown in my head, I'm getting my.
Woo! What's good, y'all? It's your boy CMJ. Welcome to Total Fandom. I got my boy Chuck on the cast today. Got a full-length episode, but probably won't be as long as last week. Last week was crazy, but I had the legacy tiers on the back end as a surprise for Makai and the rest of y'all. Chuck, I know you didn't get a chance to check them out, but if you do get a chance, check them out later today. You can skip to 45 minutes in that video to check out the back end of the legacy tiers. See how it all shakes out. But we got training camp, boy. Woo! I'm happy. What? After the NBA finals, I was so sad. Like, you know how it is, bro. After the finals, like nothing to do. Like, I'm not really into soccer or baseball, or we got the Olympics. Don't get me wrong. This year,
you don't watch Big Three?
No. To keep it frank, no. But I hear it's entertaining.
It's pretty solid, bro. It really is.
Shoot, man. We back in the throes of football. We got training camp underway. Several days in for pretty much everybody. We got a little bit of news here and there, but I'm gonna get into some topics that I think we need to cover before the season starts for us, especially as fantasy football managers and fans of the sport. Chuck, a Colts fan lifelong Colts fan.
Yep, through the ups and downs, man. 2-12 and all.
And you see what I rep, bang bang. I gotta be faithful. But anyway, actually, speaking of the Colts, we are going to talk about the Colts first. Colts training camp started, and I'm happy to hear that Anthony Richardson is a full go for training camp. He's looked pretty solid.
Sir.
I'm not just saying that because you here. I do roster Anthony Richardson in a dynasty league. And
okay.
You feel me?
It's levels.
I paid for him. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't make the playoffs in this dynasty league. So last year, so I expect to bounce back.
Thing.
I got big thing. That's why I have the Colts making some noise this year that I'll get into a little bit later.
Yes, sir.
But the first question I have for you, as our resident Colts fan and connoisseur or whatnot, I don't have a better word for that right now. Anyway, what do you think a healthy Anthony Richardson could do for the Colts this year? How far do you think that he could take them?
I'm going to say second round.
I was thinking that too, low key. I ain't gonna lie.
And I wouldn't be mad at that. Like on me, from what we've came, basically what we've been going through the last couple years, getting backup after backup quarterback as our starting quarterback to start the year. I'm real grateful that we have a solidified quarterback number one. Now just fill out the rest of the pieces which we have in the draft. I like that we actually went receiver.
Yeah,
we never do that.
Yeah,
we never do that ever. You can look it up ever. Besides Pittman,
I like Mitchell.
So, yeah, no, I really like the way we filled out our roster this year. And,
go ahead.
And I like our D line for a lot this year. Like our D line depth is real. It's gonna be crazy.
It's nasty. I didn't even listen to keep it a buck. I ain't even really y'all deep. Like the rookie draft pick, Latu, Buckner, Quiddy Pay,
yep.
Hey, hold on. Like
we low key building a team now.
Y'all looking like the Niners, but I'm just saying.
Hey, what's crazy is y'all keep popping up on my timeline. I don't even follow them. Like I keep seeing y'all D linemen.
I just feel like it's a lot of Niners. I don't know. Like it's a lot of Niners like swirl right now. Like it's a lot of love for the Niners on one side, a lot of hate for the Niners on another side, and
let me tell you, for me, I didn't really like look too much into them. But it's just like they keep popping up. It makes you want to like say like, dang, what's going on? Like,
right.
They keep showing the tight ends and they show the DNs today. I'm like, all right, what is going on?
But as far as the Colts, my bad. But as far as the Colts go, like what I why I'm so excited about Anthony Richardson is because of last year and the small sample size, the 4 games that he was able to participate in. I don't think he finished that Titans game. That was the game he got hurt, and he was done. But
First quarter, I think.
right, but he performed admirably. He didn't have overwhelmingly great stats, but this was without Jonathan Taylor, who was held out. Who's holding out with the contract thing, and then came back with a little injury thing. So he really Jonathan Taylor didn't have a full season under his belt last year, regardless of if Anthony Richardson was going to be there or not. But I look at the AFC South as a whole right now, and outside of the Texans, like the Jaguars, were already they took a step back a couple of years ago, and the step forward they were supposed to take last year, they didn't take that. It was really more like half a step. If that
Jaguars, let me tell you what Jaguars did. They went all in on offense, and they left their defense because their defense was was real solid. They just left it alone, and they just went all in on offense, and it didn't pan out the way the points thing. It didn't pan out the way that they thought. So we gonna see this year.
Yeah, I think once Jalen Ramsey was shipped out, Miles Jack ended up being cut a year or two later. You kind of knew that was the
I like
downfall
Josh Allen still though.
Josh Allen's amazing. He's amazing. He doesn't even get talked about with Nick Bosa or Miles Jack or TJ Watt.
That's the crazy part. That boy is nasty. Gotta get out of Dade County.
It's nothing wrong with Dade County, man. But I do think Anthony, to be real, I think Anthony could lead this team to an 11 win season. And like you said, divisional round exit. That is also my expectation. For a healthy Anthony Richardson, you couple that with Jonathan Taylor, who I expect to be healthy most of the season. At this point, I don't expect bell cow running backs to play a full 17 game slate or 16.
I'm gonna tell you something. He ain't even got to do all that. We found a diamond in the rough last year in running back. Yes, we did. You could really be number 2. You could be number 1.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Colts? Our backup running back.
Evan Hull?
Huh?
Evan Hull?
Yeah. He was solid.
He was good,
for a backup, yeah. So you won't have a super workload on John.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
I'm saying he doesn't have to be. No, you don't have to be.
I just didn't like how you were shaping that up. Taylor don't gotta.
He 1,000-yarder.
He's no. He I don't know. Maybe I got to see a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more than me. I don't know.
You got it, bro. We didn't have Jonathan Taylor for a while, bro.
No, I know that.
When we had him, the first couple games, he didn't really. He had to get back acclimated.
It just reminded me of the Giants' backfield when Saquon went down not last year, but he played most of the games last year. But whenever Saquon went down, they had this rotation between a slew of backs, and that's what the Colts they had Sermon, I think, and Hall, and I think another guy, Moss. Wasn't it Zach Moss on that team? Or am I tripping? Wasn't Zach Moss on the Colts last year? Eaton? Or am I tripping?
I think he was on the year last. I think he was the year.
Or was that the Texans? Excuse me.
I know he was on our team though.
Well,
yeah, I think he was the year before that.
Let me not sit here and continue to embarrass myself because I always look it up. But yeah, he was on the Colts last year.
Evan Hull was definitely the bright. I'm gonna tell you why I was gassing him. I ain't gonna lie. He wore my number that I wore in high school. I'm about to get a jersey from him this year.
But look, Zach Moss was that back last year. That was the lead back when Taylor was out. Hull was great as a complimentary back, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get exactly what you're saying. Excuse me. But as far as
I'm not saying number 1. I'm just saying so you won't have a bunch of a huge workload on somebody. Because Jonathan Taylor is a 3-down back.
Everything
play
he
him
can
like
do
that,
everything.
Yeah. So, and he can catch. That's the main thing. If you got a running back that can catch like that, sometimes we can move you out.
Which they do. They put him in the slot a little bit sometimes. What was I getting ready to say? Oh, that's right. So really, when the reason why I asked how far can Anthony Richardson take the Colts and not how far can the Colts go is because at the end of the day, if you look at the quarterbacks in this division, Anthony Richardson, I think is the most dynamic quarterback in the division. I know we haven't seen a full season, but I think he'll probably be better than CJ Stroud. I think he'll be better than CJ Stroud. I think he'll be a more
If we go
prolific.
off them 4 games, I'll be telling people.
I'm not
If you
trying to.
want to just do the first 4, you can look
I'm
them
going.
up right now.
I'm going. Let's see. What I'm going off of is how he looked, not just like the player. But like look at the decision making. Like all right, I'm gonna take off right here, and the ability to do it, being a 6'4" quarterback, not a little guy, like not a Kyler
Hey,
Murray, even
hey,
though Kyler Murray's great.
hey, CMJ, look how
Like
fast he's skedaddling. He's not even moving for real. He
exactly.
he he big. He's a big guy. We got Cam Newton, bro. He just need to not. He need to not be hurt.
But I think
We got
he's
Cam.
more. I think he's more accurate than Cam. I think he's
That
more
he
accurate
might
than.
be, but I mean in terms of the prototype, what they would compare him to,
I understand.
his
Even
build.
I understand. I understand wholeheartedly. I think he's a little more accurate than Cam, and
No, bro, Cam Newton
and
wasn't. He just had a big arm. Cam Newton, I don't think was really that accurate
I mean, look at this throw, beautiful. Oh my God, perfect,
on the money though. Look who that is though. That's
perfect.
gonna be he gonna be a
Josh
huge.
Downs too. That's
He
another
gonna
thing
be
too.
huge.
So I'm projecting because it's hard. Like it's gonna be hard for this offense to not hard. It's gonna be hard to project. Um, you know how many yards this player will have. This player will have. I don't think Adonai Mitchell's gonna come in and have 1,000 yards, even though he could. Like he's that kind of talent, I believe. You still got
Definitely
Josh
got it.
Downs.
Definitely got it in him, but he's gonna be probably our third option. Not even like that.
You still
But
got the tight ends on the team that are gonna get looks because I think Anthony Richardson likes to throw
I was about to say he
in that.
loved Mo Alley.
Yeah, he let him. Yeah, he let him tight ends. So I think he could lead this team to AFC South title. The Colts haven't won the division since 2014. It's been a long time. So
And we were
and
still in high school.
these are my projections. This is my projection for
Hey,
Anthony
when did
Richardson this year.
when did Andrew Luck leave?
Come again?
When did Andrew Luck leave? That same year, right?
I think so. You asking me? No,
No,
just playing.
I was just saying it
Just
out
playing.
loud. I
Just playing.
thought you would know
I know. I
that.
know
Yeah,
you know. I
nah.
know you know. No, I don't remember like that. Like yeah, no.
Yeah,
But
nah. That's what I'm getting at. I'm like, man, we've been trying. I ain't gonna lie. Phillip Rivers almost got us there. I'll be on him, but he almost did it.
2018 was Andrew Luck's last year.
Oh damn, what the hell was we doing there?
Mm, I don't know. Well, I mean, remember Andrew Luck never played behind a good offensive line. He was one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league. So, and the defense, we always got on y'all defense like a lot. Um, but Anthony, QB of the future. I don't think
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
don't think he'll throw for
I
4,000
knew our
yards.
defense was trash when
Mhm.
I used to gas Vontae. That Vontae was good, bro, for a minute. But our star corner went to another team and retired at half. Our former star. A year later, just retired. He was just done. I'm like, oh yeah, well, our defense was never good. Like we had pieces, but it's like we never built a defense. We always will
Well, you
get
got a core
pieces.
now. You got a
Yeah,
core
now
now
I mean,
on both
I'm not talking about
sides.
right now. It's complete. It's a 360. That's why you stay down. You stay with your team. Sure. If I
So I
would have
think
did,
so I think honestly, um, you look at where the Colts sit now. I mean, I think they'll win the division. I think they'll win the division. I don't know if Anthony. I really want to say Anthony will put up 30 plus passing touchdowns, but he's gonna run. He is
I
going
was
to
about to
run.
say no.
So
I see a 20. I see like 26 and maybe 6 rushing.
I
Nah,
think.
he rushed. I think he rushed for 6 in the first couple weeks almost. All right.
Wait, let me
I
see
think
if I
he
can.
had like 4.
Let me see if I can full screen this graphic.
Let me
Oh yeah,
see.
full screen on the graphic. Nice.
Oh
Y'all
my
see it.
goodness.
Y'all see the projection. I'm usually pretty close with these little predictions
I
online.
feel like the
So
rushing yards is gonna be a little more, and the passing is. I don't know. I feel like he more. But we got Jonathan though.
you got. I'm looking at Kyler Murray though in like his first few seasons, and he wasn't throwing for 4,000 yards, but he had 4,000 plus yards from scrimmage. So if Shane Steichen is still going to use him as a runner, like not primarily, but moderately, I don't see him putting Anthony in danger because you got Jonathan Taylor, Josh Downs,
Right.
Adonai Mitchell, all these other players that you can throw the ball to. So I can see almost 4,000 yards in a first full season for Anthony because it won't be a
I can
full
see. I can see 4,
like
bro. I can see it. Only because of all the weapons this year. But because he's such of a runner, that's what he was most. That's what got him messed up. I don't know how he gonna switch his
So what
mindset.
about 800 rushing yards?
But then you have to throw the passer down, right?
But you're saying like almost 4,000. So let me do it. What about 3,600 passing yards, 800 rushing yards? Like
That sounds and those look about accurate. Yeah.
that's like almost.
Dang, 29 and 10 would be nasty though.
I think he's gonna throw for 20. Like, did you see the way he was throwing the ball? He's gonna throw the ball, and he's had no fear. This is not Bryce Young. This is not, like, and he has weapons. No offense to Bryce Young, because last year Bryce Young didn't have the weapons that Anthony
Bro,
has
Bryce
at his
Young
disposal.
got put on a team that nobody can name 10 players on that team, bro.
I can, but I mean, that's just me. That's just me. I'm into this. You already know. I definitely could have named 10
You
players on
can't
that team.
name 10 players on the offense.
It's 11. Wait, no. Well, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the current or past offense? The last
Right
year's
now.
offense this year. Okay, so we got besides Bryce, as obvious. Okay, we got Jonathan Brooks, Miles Sanders. Cool, I can eat with those. We got Tommy Tremble, that's tight end. Jatavian Sanders, another tight end. All right, that's 5. I'm cooking. Okay, we got Deontay Johnson at 6. I'm cooking. Thielen's still on that team. That's whack, but 7. I'm cooking. Hold on, and then
I thought you would say Thielen as one of the first ones.
I'm trying to get some of the more non-obvious ones out the way. Like that's why I said Jatavian Sanders real quick. Get that out. I think Jonathan Mingo's still in that team. Okay, I'm cooking. That's 8.
We can
Hold on.
let me look that up.
Xavier Leggett. That's 9. I'm cooking. Hold on.
What do you play?
A receiver.
Oh, these are the receivers?
I named 4
back?
receivers. I named 4 receivers, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, the quarterback, and I am missing 1 player. Damn. Ooh, hold on. I was
We ain't
cooking.
named nobody on that line, and that's what
Taylor Moton, boy. I'm cooking. Woo!
Is he new?
Nah, bro, he been on that line.
Oh no, that ain't it.
Wait, he not on the line?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Oh, yo, I thought you were looking at it. Hold on, I got you right now. You got me shook. I got it right
Hey,
here.
look, he just
I got it right here. Okay,
yeah,
so I got it right here.
I
got it right here. So I missed the obvious one. I missed the starting running back. So I messed up. Chuba Hubbard, the starting running back. That's my fault. But I named Jonathan Brooks.
Oh my God,
Miles Sanders.
I forgot about Chuba.
I named Brooks, Sanders, Thielen, Leggett, Trimble, Sanders, Taylor Moton, the right tackle, Bryce Young, the quarterback.
You said
Easy.
Sanders twice.
No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I said to remind you though that I said him. But
Okay.
Thielen, Johnson, Leggett, Mingo, that's 4. And I forgot about my boy Terrace Marshall. Damn. But like I said, Trimble, Sanders, that was 6. Moton, that was 7. Bryce Young, that was 8. Brooks and Sanders, that was 9 and 10. So yeah, I cooked. I mean,
You did, because nobody know that team unless you're a fan of it.
I'm just into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the game. Don't get me started on that defense. Anyway, back to the Colts. So we both got the Colts division around ceiling this year. I'm gonna say it. I'm saying right now, if they make the AFC Championship game, man,
we cook, bro.
I'm speaking into existence.
We will.
I don't think the Texans are going to win this division. I don't think the Texans are as high. I feel like the Titans are going to be more of a surprise than the Texans are going to meet expectations.
I can see that.
That's just me though. All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic. So, quick intermission. So we got Vikings training camp that just started, like everybody else's several days ago, and we got the QB battle: Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy. Darnold has looked good in training camp so far, according to most reports and whatnot. Blah blah blah. But my question for you, Chuck, is: should McCarthy be starting right away? Should he be getting the first team reps in camp? Should we be putting him in the fire, or should they be putting him in the fire? I should say.
I'm not gonna lie, my original answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off because I just saw Jordan Addison on the screen and just reminded me this dude might get suspended, y'all. Just let y'all know. I saw a report.
What?
I wish I had this. I wish I had the screenshot for y'all. I might have it actually.
For what?
Let me take this down. The drunk driving stuff, man. The drunk driving stuff. I got it for you guys.
He got caught doing.
But I don't know why I'm not able to post a screenshot here for you guys, but I'll read it to you. Report: Vikings star wide receiver Jordan Addison will likely receive a 3-game suspension for his off-field incident And if something like this happens again, Minnesota would get rid of, in caps, get rid of Addison, per the Star Tribune. This this suspension will cost Addison around $200,000. Shout out to ML Football on X. Boop. Now, that being said, I feel like Addison possibly likely being suspended, would have an impact on the question, should McCarthy start right away, especially being down basically one of the major weapons in that offense, being down another major weapon because TJ Hawkinson is not at camp right now. So I posed the question again. Should McCarthy start right away? Now that we know Addison, especially Addison, likely will be suspended for 3 games.
That's crazy. I was just thinking like maybe start Sam Darnold for a couple games to see how it goes. But after hearing that, actually, I'm doing a full 360. I was already gonna do a 360, but that just made it even more obvious. Like I say, we throw our first round pick. I was already saying this. If I draft you as a first round in the first round, that's kind of not super high, I guess people would say. But I feel like it's high. 12. Like if I draft you that high, then I'm gonna start you. At least a couple games, see how it is. And if it sucks, then I will start Sam Darnold after. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Throw him in the fire. You're gonna get preseason reps.
So, there's so
Hey,
many
let me tell
different
you
ways.
something. Actually, let me rephrase it like this so I can
Go ahead.
word it to where people can really get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Give JJ McCarthy the first team reps in the first preseason game, see how it goes. You know? Give Sam Darnold the first team reps in the second game, see how it goes. Whoever you guys feel like is the best, then that's how I would move forward. But me personally, I don't want to sound biased though. That's just horrible. But I've seen Sam Darnold. All right. I've seen a lot of Sam Darnold. I say just start JJ for right now, and then probably bring Sam in if it's real bad. Like I would start JJ.
Okay. My straight up answer to the question is no. Like you were right. No. But more of I'm thinking like you, but for first thing is first, I want to touch on the last thing you said. Yeah, we've seen Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
That's my whole point though.
a lot of it.
Yeah, but Kevin O'Connell is seeing a lot of Sam Darnold, like the Panthers, Jets, whatever, the Niners, whatever. I think like I'm only really making this prediction to say I'm only really making this prediction to be accurate. When the season starts, because O'Connell will give Darnold a chance to fail like everyone else has, but it hasn't. It's not like he can't make the throws, but it's his decisiveness in the pocket or lack thereof, in which I believe the head coach will allow McCarthy to learn and grow from Darnold's blunders on the field. And I think a lot of that is going to happen in the preseason and in the first few games of the year. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I get the caution with quarterbacks. I mean, hey, Jordan Love sat for 3 years. Mahomes sat first year. Okay. All right. Hey, great. I think didn't Prescott come in rookie year and lead the Cowboys to the playoffs? Like, did Joe Burrow came in off of an injury, played his first year, led a team to a Super Bowl. Brock Purdy in his first year the quarterbacks in their first year aren't. Well, I am naming guys who sat or got hurt. Okay, let me see some rookies. Okay. Deshaun Watson was good as a rookie. Kyler Murray was good as a rookie. Cam Newton was. But see, these are some outliers. Okay, gosh, and McCarthy doesn't fit that mold, and the offense doesn't have
Andrew
Addison.
and RG3 was good too, but I mean they both got hurt as well.
But you know what though? Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find a reason to be like, okay, yeah, McCarthy should like, no, you don't have an established offensive line, you don't have an established run game. This is an offense that wants to throw the ball, likes to throw the ball with timing and accuracy. Reports coming out of camp says that Darnold
Isn't that where Aaron Jones went?
Yeah, but they can't run the ball if you don't have an offensive line that can run the ball. We have to see it. Like they drafted guys last year and this year, but we need to see improvement, especially if you want to put a rookie quarterback down. Like, at least we know the Panthers can run the ball. Like, we know the Panthers can run the ball. Like, they got 3 good backs now. They can run, and now they got receivers and tight ends. Like, we're gonna see what the Panthers can do this year. I'm not super high on them, but we're gonna see maybe 5-6 wins. Maybe Bryce Young is gonna, But anyway, as far as the Vikings go, this is a team that was 16th in overall defense, total defense last year under Brian Flores, and this team didn't have a lot of draft capital coming into the draft and next year. So the picks that they used this year on was it Dallas Turner and JJ McCarthy early, and then they used some late round picks on tackles and offensive linemen and a defensive lineman. They're not in a position, the Vikings, where they can just reset through the draft like how I believe the Cardinals just did with all of their defensive picks in the second, third, fourth, and all that. The Vikings have a great defensive mind calling their defensive plays. And so I think that talent that they have to, I think that they have to develop that talent. They have to develop that defense, and the defense has to grow in order for the quarterback, whatever quarterback that's going to come in and play for this team, for them to be safe. Like, I hate to compare it to San Francisco, but it's a little like that, because if you think about it, like if you think about it, if we didn't have Deebo Samuel, or if we didn't have Brandon Ayuk, one or the other, or if we didn't have George Kittle, like let's just say we didn't have one of the one of the big guys, or Christian McCaffrey, something like that, but we still had everybody else. That defense would have to overcompensate for that loss. You get what I'm saying? And so the deficiencies of the Vikings offensive line, coupled with the fact that TJ Hawkinson is probably going to miss the start of the season, coupled with the fact that Jordan Addison might miss the start of the season, like I don't think you want to just throw JJ McCarthy and this complicated playbook out there right away. This is a scheme that runs like that motion stuff is complicated, So my only pushback with McCarthy should start right away is that Darnold can make the throws, has been around, has seen some stuff. That's all the credit I'm gonna give him, because like I was saying earlier, he's indecisive, he's shaky. Like I said, the reports coming out of camp is that he can't make the crucial plays in this offense, which is the accurate intermediate and short throws, which I thought coming out of college, JJ McCarthy was one of the best at, but maybe I was wrong. So with that being said, if we're always seeing coming out of camp is Sam Darnold throwing bombs to Jordan Addison and throwing bombs to Justin Jefferson, and that's supposed to show me that this team is headed in the direction where first things first, sitting behind Sam Darnold is not like sitting behind Kirk Cousins, which I can't believe I'm giving him any credit, because the Vikings had him for 6 years and didn't do anything. So it's hard for me to believe that Darnold will be starting more than half the season. I don't think he's going to start more than half the season. My answer is kind of twofold, because Darnold is going to come in, like I said, O'Connell's going to give him a chance to fail, and then we're going to see McCarthy, but McCarthy's going to need a chance to get some action, like you said, in the preseason, and learn from Darnold's mistakes on the field as they happen. It can't be. I don't think JJ is the guy that you just throw in there right away behind a suspect offensive line, and I don't know if he's picking up the playbook either. Like apparently Darnold is starting to keep the pressure off of McCarthy. I have more confidence in Drake May for the Patriots, if I'm being honest. So, no, I don't think McCarthy should start right away. The Vikings are kind of like a weird purgatory, like limbo. They're in like limbo, where like you got a solid to good defense, good play calling head coach, great superstar receiver, great tight end, good number two receiver. Like, you got, like, this team is pretty good, actually. On paper, this team is pretty good, and yet, like, Darnold and McCarthy is like the only thing that's this team's not winning more than 8 games. This team's not winning more than 8 games, and I think the Vikings know that. So I think we should be looking towards the future for McCarthy. If he doesn't play this year, I'd be okay with that.
To learn under Sam Darnold?
I just think they could put him in a better situation next year. Like, I don't know. I just don't think
He was a handoff master at Michigan. Hand the
So you
ball
think
off to Aaron Jones.
Let me just ask you: you think JJ McCarthy is gonna play well against the Packers, the Lions, and the Bears?
Um,
Not the Packers.
I'm not sure, bro. Because to be honest, me watching him even in college, he didn't play well. He wasn't like he was more of a game manager, if that makes sense.
And I
They
feel
didn't
like
use him like that.
if he was that dude, he'd be taking the first team reps.
Yeah, they didn't use him like that in college, like how people be trying to say. Like he was a handoff guy.
Maybe I set that question up to. I don't know. Maybe I set that question up. Mm-mm. All right,
Yeah,
let's move on.
nah.
Let's move
McCarthy
on.
was definitely he turns and hands the ball off great. Yeah, he got that down pat.
There's probably
I
gonna be a
was
lot
like,
of that going on.
yeah, I'm like,
Probably
yeah,
gonna be
that's
a
what
lot of
I'm
that
like.
going on.
You got Aaron Jones, you got great handoffs
If I
from
was
what I
Justin
see.
Jefferson, I'd be pissed off. I'd be pissed. I went from Kirk Cousins to this.
Hey, I'm not gonna even lie, Kirk definitely. I have not seen him zip the ball or nothing. I haven't seen none of that. Like,
We're gonna talk about Kirk. We're gonna talk about Kirk. We're gonna talk about Kirk a little later. Let's move on. Let's transition to the Steelers.
mm,
Uh, Pittsburgh
mm.
Steelers
Oh no,
acquired two new quarterbacks in the offseason, which is
Russ. In Russ we trust.
whoa, okay. Uh, then I'm just gonna ask you straight up: who gives the Steelers the best chance to win this year, Wilson or Fields?
Uh,
I thought in Russ you trust. Man, it's crazy.
I'll be
It's
just trolling,
crazy.
man. I like
It's
Fields way
crazy.
better at this point in Russ's career. I like Fields better. He
So
could
the
learn something. He could learn something from. You want to sit down for a little bit. That's what you sit down. Yeah. At least he got a great mind. Nah, he's
but
still
who gives
smart.
the Steelers the best chance to win?
Fields.
Okay, we're on the same page. That was not even hard. That wasn't even hard. We're on the same page. It's Fields. It's not even a question. And just to, I guess, get into it a little bit. Wilson is old. Like
That's why I'm like at this point in
Wilson
his
is
career,
old.
it's kind of yeah.
Just be a
Love
mentor,
him
bro.
still though.
If I do
I
give my
still
two
love Russ
cents,
though.
if I give my 2 cents on it, I just think that the Steelers are trying like might give him a chance to perform and be able to play somewhere else next year because I think they might have some indication that Fields is the guy. I mean, I would know honestly, Fields is the guy after what I saw last year in Chicago. Like it's just baffling, like that you could watch players like Joe Burrow get Jamar Chase, Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts for years, Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. You could watch all of these players pair up for years and just marvel at how the Bears just just screwed over Justin Fields. I mean, Chase Claypool was your big signing in 2022 at receiver. Like what? That was supposed to help Justin Fields. Every high end or potentially high end talented quarterback needs an elite or upper echelon wide receiver. They and vice versa. They need each other to be great, to realize their full potential. We saw that last year with DJ Moore. When DJ Moore was able to play with a quarterback that would get him the ball and was able to get him the ball, we saw DJ Moore have a career year. And then DJ Moore, in return, aided Justin Fields to having a career year. And the Bears weren't going to pay Justin Fields. Fine. Okay. The Steelers shouldn't have any doubt about it. Honestly, I get it. The first few days of camp, been up and down. Wilson has not been there with the calf soreness. That's his old ass fault. Oh, well, whatever. Fields
Calf soreness that he's had for the last couple years.
don't care. Taking in stride. You got everything that you had. Okay, how about this? The Steelers, we know what they have. George Pickens, Firemouth, Darnell Washington, 2 tight ends, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, who's looking better than Najee Harris in training camp, and he will be a no-brainer to draft over Najee Harris in fantasy this year. Everybody is gonna know it. Last year he was like a kind of a like ticking time bomb secret. Everybody's gonna know about Jalen Warren this year. You haven't, and then you got the offensive line that's gonna improve ever so slightly. I'm not gonna say not gonna leap, but that's better than it's gonna be better than the Bears. And on top of that, you're in an organization that has one thing or the 2 things that
Let's
the
get this straight.
Bears.
It's better than last year Bears.
Okay, hold on.
Last year.
No, we have not seen this year's Bears, so I'm not giving them no leeway. I'm not giving the Bears no leeway just because you want to do right by this quarterback. You didn't do right by the last good quarterback that you had. I'm not giving you no leeway till I see it.
Them pickups that they got is nasty.
Yeah, that's all.
We
That's
gonna
all. That's all good and all, but how they gonna handle it when the things get rough, when it hits the fan? Like I just want to see like if Keenan Allen gets hurt, or if the left tackle gets hurt, or if DJ Moore goes down, or if DeAndre Swift, like, how y'all gonna handle the situation around Caleb Williams? Huh? How you gonna handle his contract in a few years? How you gonna I just want to know. And what if Caleb doesn't work out? How are the Bears fans gonna receive that? Like how this team has been inept for a long time. I'm just saying that Fields is already in a better situation as far as his headspace, because the Steelers have the one thing that the Bears don't, and that's stability, top to bottom, up and down. Y'all got a diva wide receiver. Oh, we get rid of those. Like, I mean, they got to keep one, but you know what I'm saying? They got to have some talent. But you get what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
they don't have any.
Steelers is
They don't have any problem
all
with
they
receivers.
draft is wide receivers like that. Not to cut you off.
You're good.
Like
You're good.
if they draft a receiver, they going after that. They want Antonio Brown 2.0. They looking for it.
I mean, we can go back to Mike Wallace, Antonio Holmes, all that. We can go back to
Yeah,
that.
they know what they like. They like what they like. It's okay.
But yeah, it's a no-brainer for me. It's Fields. I mean, like I said, I saw it like and I think, what if Justin Fields played for the Falcons last year? That's basically what we're looking at. Arthur Smith is the new offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. What if Justin Fields played for Drake London? Would have been top 10 in fantasy, arguably pushing for top 10 as a receiver, like in overall. Like what? And they had not one running back, 2 running backs that were capable. A top guy and a serviceable guy right behind him that was able to. Now Tyler Algier rushed for 1,000 yards, but I'm just saying, like, which is a little different than what the Colts had. But I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying, like, top guy, compliment. Good offensive line to run the ball and a great scheme to do it. That's what the Steelers have right now. Justin Fields he's in the prime. This is it. This is a prime location. This is it. Him and George Pickens to the moon. I might have to go a little harder for them this year to really let y'all know. Like, there should be no Russell Wilson should get a few games or half a year. No, you're wasting time. You're waiting.
You know they gonna start him though.
But I mean, with cap shortness, you better, bro. Fields, ooh, you better cook. Oh, you making me mad. You better get this money. And he on contract year. It don't matter, because even if he hits the open market, he will find a team. Fields will find a team. I'm a Justin Fields believer. I ain't letting it go, because the Bears screwed him over. I ain't letting it go.
If Sam Darnold got a team, he should have one. I'm sorry, man.
Wow, bro. He said it way better than me. Chuck said it way better than me. Sam Darnold got a team?
Come on,
man,
bro.
Let's move on. Let's move
on. Let's just at that point, let's just, that was the end of statement on that.
All right, man.
Sam Darnold got a squad.
So, speaking of, we were just talking about the Bears. Speaking of the Bears, they drafted Caleb Williams first overall this year. They got a new quarterback. Same thing for the Commanders, second overall, Jaden Daniels. They got a new quarterback. A little different for the Falcons, even though they still drafted a quarterback at 9. It was kind of weird. But Michael Penix Jr. is also playing for the Falcons this year. I just don't know if he's going to start, because Kirk Cousins is also the new quarterback in Atlanta. So it's a little odd. But all of these teams with new quarterbacks.
Hey, that makes no sense at all, even you reading it. I hated that pick.
And so yeah, and then and all these teams with new quarterbacks this year, definitely didn't meet their expectations last year. But obviously, new season, new hope, optimism going around. I want to talk about our expectations for the Bears, Commanders, and Falcons here in 2024, and like some slight impact on fantasy football as we move towards the draft, our fantasy league draft, and a lot of other drafts that we got going on this year. And we got one more topic to get into. But as far as the Bears, how do you feel about the Bears? How you feel about the Bears, man? How you feel about what they could do in the NFC North this year? As far as competing with the Packers and the Lions, not really worried about the other team.
How do I feel about the Bears? Mm, I feel like they got significantly better, but did they get better? Did they get better to the point where I feel like they can compete in their division? No.
Really?
It looks good. I like the
Right.
receivers though. I love that receiver that they picked up.
Okay,
Oh,
Keenan
Doomsday.
Allen. Oh,
Nah,
Doomsday. Oh, Doomsday. Doomsday.
I
Okay,
don't care
in the
about
draft.
Allen. Man. So what are you gonna
Ah,
do? Stop and go? I'm tired
my bad. My
of
bad.
that. Nah. Oh, Doomsday. Feel like he gonna have a hell of a year. Sleeper.
I'm excited about Rome too. Not gonna lie. But I'll be honest. I don't. So wait, you don't think you think what they'll finish third in the division? You think they're gonna finish behind the Lions
Yeah. Again.
and the Packers? Okay, okay,
And the
okay,
Packers.
okay, okay. So, excuse me. Um, it's hard for me to. I don't know. I don't know. Like it's hard. You know, somebody got to take a step back. Somebody got to take a step back.
Oh, why?
No, I'm saying one of the teams got to take. I mean, for somebody to move forward, all three of these teams aren't going to make the playoffs.
Exactly.
And I feel as if the Lions to me, would be the prime candidate. Maybe I'm leaning towards Lions hate at this point because honestly, I
That
don't.
really is because I feel like they gonna win the division this year.
You think the Packers aren't going to win the division?
Mm-mm. I feel like it's gonna be close though. It was kind of close last year. Don't. That's what I'm saying. You gotta put a little respect on the
I ain't putting no respect on Jared Goff. I ain't put no. I'm not. No, I'm not.
on the Lions as a whole, bro.
I like the Lions,
They
but
defense and everything, bro.
they need a better quarterback.
To take them to the promised land, yeah.
Also, don't tell me about their defense and they gave up how many points to us in the second half, bro. I don't want to hear about none of that, bro. Give it like
Come
24,
on, man.
30 points, bro. You're not supposed to do that, bro. You're supposed to close that game out. No. No. You're supposed to close that game. That secondary has always been a problem for the Lions to this day. They have yet to figure that out, and they can't stop the run. How you can't stop the run and you got a bad secondary? You need turnovers to win games. That was the Cowboys from 2 years ago. We don't need that. Like that's not gonna do anything. Jared Goff is not gonna win you games. Oh my god, I can't believe they gave him that money. I got the Bears finishing second in this division behind the Packers. Yeah. No, I don't have no
You got
faith.
the Bears finishing second.
Behind the Packers, yeah. Yeah, the Lions are not they're not as good as y'all think they are. I mean, Ross St. Brown is great, superstar. The offensive line, superstars across the line, great. You know what? Maybe that offensive line wins them more games than I give them credit for, but I don't think that I that's my bold prediction. Lions finish third in this division. I don't think they're gonna have a good year. I don't. Like you don't give Jared Goff that money and think he's gonna ball out. I don't.
Oh, so you think he take a step back because he got
Step
paid?
back. What you mean step back? He not special. He's not top 10. Jared Goff, y'all, is not a top 10 quarterback. Y'all gotta stop with this. Kirk Cousins, all of that. Y'all gotta stop with this. Like,
What about top 20?
okay, that's easy. You brought anybody between 10 and 20. That's a totally different conversation. That's a different tier. Top 10? No. Top 5? No. Like, no. Like top 5, obviously we say that for the elite of the elite. Top 10? That's A class. Like, no, bro, I'm not, bro. I can name 10 quarterbacks better than those two dudes. I swear I can. I swear I can. Without question.
You can name 15.
No, probably not. No, they're in that 10 to 15 range. But that top 10, I'm tired of hearing Jared Goff being. That's why I don't like listening to Bar Scott on First Take or any of y'all else talk about Dan Orlovsky. I love Dan, but stop. I don't want to ever hear Jared Goff as a top 10 quarterback or Kirk Cousins a top 10 quarterback in this league. No, he is not. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? When you got Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, Allen, Lamar, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray just came off a torn ACL, had a solid half of a season. Not great, not good, solid, right? The 2 years he was healthy before he tore his ACL, he was MVP candidate. He was enthralled in the top 8 quarterbacks between 5 and 10. It was Kyler Murray. So I don't want to keep hearing, Kirk Cousins top 10 quarterback in this league. No, Goff in this league. No, like I can't believe I'm forgetting so many names. Like, who am I missing? I'm not gonna say Brock Purdy because that's bias. Okay, no. Give me Dak. I'll take Dak in the top 10. That's 8. Who am I missing? It's hard for me. I'm not gonna put Justin Herbert up there because
why not?
Because I need to see him overcome this adversity this year. Like, I need to see you play without a top receiver. Because you
what
got
about
weapons.
Matthew Stafford?
I'll give Matthew Stafford top 10. I will give him top 10. It's hard for me to do it, but I will give it to him. We missing one. Aaron Rodgers. There we go. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Aaron.
I forgot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like, my bad. Tua is like in that 10 to 15 range, like with Cousins and Goff. You know what I'm saying? Purdy. You know. Like, outside of that, what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about?
You just got the rookies now.
Exactly. What are we talking about? Anthony Richardson is about to make a case. Like, what are we talking about?
To be honest, CJ Stroud, I might take him over.
He's about to make a case. Like, that's what I'm saying. Give me
I'm
CJ Stroud over Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins right now.
I might take him over them right now. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I really would.
Anyway. That's why I don't think the Lions are gonna pull anything off. I got the Bears second into this division. Let's go on to the Commanders. If you got anything else on the Bears?
Nah, I don't want to keep talking about the Bears.
The Commanders, Jaden Daniels. I'm low-key excited about him, but I'm not that excited about him because Mackay drafted him in the Dynasty League. So, but I am excited to see what he's gonna do for the Commanders, though. Like, what you think, man? What you think? NFC East? I know they're probably not gonna have a great season, but yeah.
I'm here, LSU guy, man. I'm a root for him.
Man, give me expectations. I don't want to hear about your fandom.
I don't see him taking a huge step up. I mean, yeah, nah, I don't see it. Not this year. It's a great pick though.
Okay.
I see them finishing third.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Hold on. I want to say this because now I'm sitting here talking to you and I'm thinking about it. But the Cowboys and the Eagles have basically, interchanged winning this division. I mean, Giants a long time ago, but anyway. But what if though? What if the Cowboys had a bad year and the Commanders finished second in the East and made the playoffs? Like, what if the Cowboys just had a down year? Like, everything's not looking great in Jerry world anyway. Like, come on, Dak. Need a contract. CD Lamb holding out. Like, what are we talking about? Mike Parsons gonna need a contract. What are we talking about? I think the Cowboys are about to take a step back, and I think we're all afraid to admit it.
But that's what I'm saying. Probably next year.
Okay. I feel it. I really can't argue. I really can't push back too much on that. Like, I do like Cliff Kingsbury in Washington and Dan Quinn up there with them boys, and they took a lot of players from Dallas in that transition when Dan Quinn left. That was cool. I I like that familiarity for that defense. I like the players that they drafted. And Troy Franklin. That's not Troy Franklin. I don't know why I said Troy Franklin. Who was that receiver? McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey. I think he'll probably be a gadget player. I'm not too high on a lot of the rookies outside of the top like 4 or 5 receivers that were picked. But I like the pickup for for Terry McLaurin. I love it for Terry McLaurin. It's about time that he gets respect as minimum top 15 receiver in this league. And with Jaden Daniels, I think it'll highlight his potential to be really a top. His potential is to be a top 10 receiver, but with the oversaturation we have at receiver, I mean, I can name 10 guys right now, and you'd be like, oh yeah, he's better than Terry. So I'm not gonna say he's great.
Terry, he's kind of nice.
He's great. No, he's great. But like I said, we got so many guys. You already know how I feel about Mike Evans, and we got Devontae Adams, who's not going away. CD Lamb's right there. AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. So on and so forth. So Brandon Ayuk made a case last year. Also the good stuff. So I feel you on the Commanders. Maybe third in the East. Maybe last. Maybe the Giants. Nah. My bad.
I need to hear Daniel Jones' name come up.
My bad. All right. Last team is the Falcons. That training camp started, and every training camp has started. I don't know why I keep bringing that up. But we got the Falcons. Kirk Cousins is back at camp, full go, looking solid. I expect the Falcons overall to be better than they've been, but I don't expect them to do anything more than what the Vikings have done in the last 6 years. So Kirk Cousins was signed to when he signed with the Vikings, that Vikings team had a good defense. This Falcons team has a good defense with good players that make plays. Don't get me started on Jesse Bates. Love that guy. But Kirk Cousins is, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff. These guys aren't going to elevate the team. And on top of that, I don't know. I can't get on them too much because I love the team. I love Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Darnell Mooney. Like, they got weapons, and Kirk Cousins is going to do great. Not great, but he's going to do good. But he's not going to be good enough for them to be like in the Super Bowl. I'm going to say Super Bowl. Maybe they can make an NFC Championship game. I like how this team looks more than I liked how the Vikings have looked over the last 3 years. But if Penix gets a chance,
more stacked.
Yeah, if Penix gets a chance, if Michael Penix, whatever. If Michael Penix gets a chance, I would be more ecstatic about that because I think he's better than JJ McCarthy, and I know I'm just bringing up McCarthy, but I think he might be better than Drake May too. And I feel like the situation he's in is probably the best. That Penix. I don't know why I keep saying that. Penix is in the best situation though of I think any of the first round quarterbacks. I like, and I'm saying that in hindsight. I'm saying that in hindsight of the Addison likely suspension in Minnesota with the TJ Hawkinson injury, all that good stuff. But like I'm looking at it right now.
Definitely.
If Kirk Cousins went down, this is Penix's team. This is one of the best offensive lines in the league. You got Drake London, who's verging on top 10. He has top 10 talent, but he hasn't been to get in the quarterback play, so he hasn't been able to show it. Maybe he'll be able to show it this year. Kyle Pitts has been a solid tight end who has suffered from bad quarterback play as well. Let me just get to the point. This is a great team on offense, good on defense. If Penix were able to play, I think that'd be able to showcase his skills, especially when you got versatile players like a Bijan and a Kyle Pitts, because Penix is a versatile player. This offense is a Swiss Army knife. This whole offense is a Swiss Army knife. But Kirk Cousins, it's not that way when Kirk Cousins is at the helm. That's what my expectation and prediction is for this year. Like, at some point in time, I don't expect Kirk Cousins to get hurt again, especially behind this line. And I don't want that to happen. But at some point, if Kirk Cousins is not the guy that they thought he was, and they paid him to be, and they gave him a lot of money, it's Penix time. But I know they expect Penix to sit. I know we want him to start. So Falcons win the division.
You already know. I want him to start.
You think Falcons win the division over the Bucks? Saints not doing that. Saints not doing it. Saints not doing it.
Saints always in it for some reason.
The defense. Panthers.
No.
Okay. Falcons, Bucks, Falcons. How you feel about Baker in that second year? Like, I don't know, like Baker in the. I do like the.
I don't like the Bucks, bro. I don't.
Falcons
Defense getting.
You know what? I'm gonna just say it. The Falcons win the division. I think they'll probably win the division. I don't think.
Who's the Saints quarterback this year?
Derek Carr. But that's what I'm saying. Like that. The Buccaneers. I don't think Baker is gonna win the division 2 years in a row. That's my tiebreaker.
I was thinking the Saints, but dang.
Nah.
Derek Carr.
I don't see that happening. And I think
they
Kirk
always
Cousins,
there though, bro. They do. I don't know.
And you know what? I think Kirk Cousins is going to be able to move this offense up and down the field a little bit, with a little bit more fluidity. I think we just want Penix to start because it's the flashy play, and it'll be exciting to see him grow and be able to learn from his mistakes. But the smarter choice is for Cousins to start and to make my fantasy football analysis look great, because I have Drake London in a dynasty league, and I definitely paid for him. So I expect big things from you guys this year, straight up. But that's it for the Falcons and the Bears and the Commanders.
Man, Kyle Pitts, man, they need to use him this year. They
use him, but they, like I said, like we don't get the players that we want to get from them because of the quarterback, Marcus Mariota and Taylor Heineke. I think last year, like that was, nah. And then lastly, our picks for offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year.
I know my offensive. I had Roman. Oh, Doomsday.
Oh, for real.
Mr. O'Doomsday. I know it's probably going to be his counterpart, but I'm going to go with him. Because, I mean, he's throwing him the ball.
Okay, so I'll be honest. I like the Latu pick. That was my pick. Spoiler. That was my pick. I ain't gonna lie. That was my pick. Because he's gonna cook. He's about to cook.
Man.
What? Oh my! Next, bro. What? Bro, Nick Bosa. Y'all forget Nick Bosa entered the league playing next to DeForest Buckner. Like y'all forget that. Like I don't. This man is about to cook. Oh my! I wish. I don't know. We got edge rushers, so man. But I love when I see a good edge rusher go to a team where I know he's about to cook. And I wish I could have taken him in my dynasty league, but he didn't fall to me. He actually went in the first round. It was crazy. But I like that pick, Rome Odunze. I love that pick. What? I took that. I took him third overall in that league. I didn't really think he would have an impact in the offense. We haven't started the year yet, but I really didn't think he would have a major impact in the offense because rookie quarterback, trying to ease stuff in. We got DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson, and some other guy back, Khalil Herbert. We got we got to run the ball. We got Keelan Allen, all this other stuff. But then I thought about it. I thought about how the Bears used DJ Moore last year, and they used him all over the field. Screens, intermediate, deep, didn't matter. And I would know. I was watching all those games. But they didn't have anybody else. Now they have everybody else. I don't think Caleb Williams will be able to win Rookie of the Year because I don't think that they're going to, unless this team just falls behind, which they won't because like the Bears defense was actually really good last year. Like everybody knows that, like, or anybody who watches football and knows football knows that the Bears defense was good last year, despite not having great play calling on offense, that this team is going to be spreading the ball out so much. Like maybe, yeah, Caleb will accumulate yards because he's spreading it out to everybody, but it's the NFL. People get hurt. And I don't expect injuries to happen, but I expect opportunities to arise. And I do think that Rome will have an opportunity to have 1,000+ yards this year. And in fact, we're going to see it before our very eyes. Rome Odunze become the number 1 wide receiver in this offense this year. And DJ Moore, I think might be like an alpha wide receiver too. Like, and it's going to be crazy. But
you got Keenan too.
And who I don't think will be as much of a factor as everybody else thought they would be, but he will be a safety blanket along with Cole Kmet, along with DeAndre Swift, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel you on that, and I love that pick. I just don't think I'm of a little bit of a different mindset. And since you picked Latu, I'm gonna pick a different guy. But I'm gonna always say that I ride with you. I ride with you on that pick. And I wanted to pick a quarterback too for my offensive rookie of the year, but I decided against that because it's always so easy for quarterbacks, and it would be easy for a mobile quarterback to win rookie of the year. But everybody knows you're mobile, so people are gonna be spying you. They're gonna be testing to see if you can throw the ball. A lot of these mobile quarterbacks, unless you're just overly dynamic, you're not gonna come in and win right away. So anyway, here are my picks for defensive rookie of the year and offensive rookie of the year. I'm going with Dallas Turner in Minnesota, since my boy Chuck picked Latu, which I ain't mad at. And then I'm going with Malik Neighbors in New York. And I don't I'm going with Malik just based off of volume. This is more of a fantasy football analysis. That's how I thought about it. I just thought like this guy, a lot some guys in camp are calling him Jamar Chase adjacent. I like hearing that. And then if you look at his, you look at some of his, you look at some of his mini camp. I'm like, okay, with your little Odell, get your Odell on. Like, not too much though. I don't want to see you be too flashy, bro. I don't want no diva, but like let me get, if you got a mix of Odell and Jamar Chase, oh, that's cold. You can be the offense. Daniel Jones can get him the ball. That's all I need you to do. Get this guy the ball. I don't need you to make decisions. I don't need you to get the ball to Theo Johnson. Oh, and Darius Slayton. Oh, and no. Get this guy the ball on time, on target, which I think Daniel Jones could do moderately. And I think that Malik Neighbors will end up being rookie of the year. I'm gonna say maybe I'm gonna say 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Dallas Turner, 12.5 sacks. That's a lot for a rookie. Oof. But that's just me. That's my pick right there. I feel good about it. And I think Neighbors has the opportunity. Like I said, there's no other receiver on that team that's going to challenge him. I thought about Jaden Daniels. I just don't think that offense is going to be as explosive as we think it is. Like, yeah, Cliff Kingsbury, air raid offense, but it's rookie quarterback. And Jahan Dotson isn't the most proven number 2 receiver. You really just think about it. Terry McLaurin is the guy. And then you got who else? Like Luke, Jahan, Gibson, Eckler, like not Gibson, Brian Robinson, sorry. Thinking about Antonio Gibson. I saw Zach Ertz on the team. Like, that was good. I like the rookie tight end, Ben Sinnott, but Sinnott, however you say his name. But shoot. Yeah, offensive line's gotta get a little better. Yeah, so yeah, I like Neighbors. I got Neighbors. Neighbors and Turner. That's where I'm going with that.
Okay.
Shoot, and that's pretty much the episode right there, man. That was pretty much it. While we getting out of here, let me ask you, you got the first overall pick in the draft coming up this year in CFL, man. How you feel about that? And you know who you taking? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
I have no idea.
Come on. I think it's pretty obvious.
I don't think so.
You don't think McCaffrey is the overall player 1?
I mean,
I ask you this. Based on last year, how your season went last season, how you thinking about going like into this draft? You know, you drafted Taylor first, and you have to wait for him. You know, you had like I think you had Terry McLaurin in there and DeAndre Hopkins in there and some other guys. You ended up picking up Puka, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
I haven't drafted. Remember?
yeah, what's up with you? Why you not drafting?
Oh me, yeah, I haven't drafted, man.
Why you not? So,
What?
but okay, but still though, you saw how that team was auto drafted for you. So you obviously are probably gonna draft this year.
Yeah,
So how are you
I'm gonna
thinking
really
about?
try. Shoot, I coach now. Hopefully, it's not interfering. I gotta check the dates out. Is that a Friday?
That's a Saturday, I believe. Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Because it said the 30th on mine.
It's the 31st.
Okay, perfect.
So no McCaffrey first. You gonna take McCaffrey first? I don't even know why I'm asking you that. What? Oh, you gonna take McCaffrey first? There's no reason for you. Like, especially like after last year, you ain't gotta say it, man. I'll say it for you. You know, Taylor not having Taylor available for the first few weeks, having to rely on a different back. You know, kind of set you back. Having, you know what I'm saying? Like having McCaffrey to start your draft off is not gonna set you back. You know what McCaffrey's gonna give you. You know we're gonna bring to, and you know you could always trade McCaffrey and get you a piece, get some pieces. You know what it is. I'm trying to just pick your brain a little bit to see if some other players that you might like, you know, who you might be looking at, but you know, you ain't trying to give too much away. So okay, okay. All right, I'm picking the back end. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? Yeah, we don't even pick next to
You
each
got
other.
doubles though.
I pick before Makai, and Makai picks before me in the next round. That's not ideal for me. I'm just saying. Damn, my voice been like this the whole time. All right, man. We're gonna get up out of here. I'll catch you on the next episode, bro.
Yes,
Peace out.
sir. We out.
Hey.